Two of Southeast Ohio's premier programs collide for a trip to the Final Four. We're back here inside the Jim Myers Gymnasium at Logan High School, where we're set for a Division V regional final between the 24-2 Wheelersburg Pirates and the 23-3 Adena Warriors. Welcome into today's presentation of Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Carson Francis with you today alongside Shane Combs. Joining me, Shane, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. We've got two teams today that are used to being at this stage. Wheelersburg, winners of their last 16. Adena, winners of their last 17. We've got an incredible matchup on our hands.
Well, we really do, and I echo what you say. You know, I've been real excited for this. It's awesome to be with you. I always enjoy calling any type of sport with you, and what a treat. You know what I mean? Like if you love volleyball, this is probably one you've had starred on the bracket or the calendar for a while. You know, you knew the SVC opponents would cause some resistance. You knew New Lex was going to be pretty good. You knew the East representative, which ended up being Union Local, was going to be good. But through all that, you kind of had an idea somewhere in the middle of the year that these two were going to collide. And then when the brackets ended up coming out, it was hard not to peak all the way to this Saturday afternoon where a trip to the Final Four was going to be on the line. And, man, I'm excited to call it with you.
These two teams have met for the third postseason in a row. Last season met in the district final down at Waverly, and then 2 seasons ago met here in the Sweet 16 with Adena winning both of those matches. Shane, you were here 2 nights ago and watched both of these teams play in the regional semifinal. Wheelersburg with a straight set win over Union Local, Adena knocking off Zane Trace. What did you see in both of those matchups from these two teams that can carry over into today?
Well, I see just an amazing organization within their rotation. And what that does in volleyball, Carson, is it kind of gives you that consistency and that efficiency that you need to play with. In the rally scoring, sometimes it's about not messing up or messing up, less than your opponent. And what you're going to find in these two teams is they're so organized that consistency and communication, knowing who's to your left and to your right and what they like to do and what they can do and what I do well, that is so valuable. And some teams you watch, they struggle to get into that consistency. Maybe it's a personnel issue. Maybe it's an issue at the setter position where they have to kind of make shifts and different things. That's not the case with these two teams at all. Very organized. They're not trying to trick anyone. Here's who we are. Here's what we do. We feel like we'll do it better than you. And on the Wheelersburg side, they'll do it in a 5-1 attack with an outstanding setter. If you haven't seen Ella Chamberlain play yet, she's just unbelievable. She's so quick, good hands, good vision, great leader. And then on the Adena side, throughout the incredible legendary career of Laura Smith, they've used the 5-1 more times than not. But in this case, it makes more sense for them at the 6-2. And, they'll use 2 kids with Sowers and Grooms. They'll set across the back row. And they'll have 3 hitters coming live at all times, but they'll do most of their damage offensively in the middle there with Burns and Day. But then the other staple is how well they defend, and that's something we'll talk a lot about today as well.
Yeah, the 2 liberos in this matchup, we mentioned them a lot before we started. Miley Gleam for the Pirates, Kimmy Dalton for the Adena Warriors, 2 staples on both of these teams.
Well, they're terrific. Gleam does a really good job there wearing a different collar jersey for Wheelersburg. As you said, Dalton, just a sophomore, really, really good. But also, I think you have to credit the entire back row of both. So a lot of times when you're a libero, there's so much asked of you. When you have those secondary passers that are really talented, it makes life easier on you, just like it would in any sport, right? It's when you look at Wheelersburg, I don't think Mullins and Woodward and so forth get nearly enough credit for their ability to play the back row. And then on the Adena side, Cameron Sowers, the senior passer. Courtney Sowers is the sophomore setter. But Cameron Sowers and then J.C. Smith, I've said all year long it's like Adena's playing with 3 liberos back there. But again, make no mistake about it, Dalton and Gleam are really special.
Absolutely. And for the Wheelersburg Pirates under first-year head coach Kelsey Glockner, 24-2 rather, up to this point. You compare that to the other side, we talked about the legendary career of Laura Smith, over 800 career wins. But nonetheless, they find themselves here again for a trip to the Final Four.
Yeah, well, Kelsey's no stranger to SVC volleyball. Terrific player, now terrific coach. Obviously, Laura Smith's career, we could go on. We could do an entire show about that. But I think that experience plays a big factor when you get these types of teams, because each team takes on its own identity, and that's what I love about these two. They know exactly who they are. Perkins on the Wheelersburg side will get a lot of headlines. Burns and Day will get a lot of headlines on the Adena side, and all that's rightfully so, but it's really about the identity and them understanding who they are and what they do that makes them so good. When you look at the way Adena plays, they're not as balanced, but they're okay with that. And that unselfishness, and you can tell by watching them play together how much they love one another. They allow it to be that. They allow that to be their identity. Hey, these are our two middle hitters. We're going to highlight them. We're going to work our butt off back here in the back row, not let the ball hit the floor. The setters are going to put it where they need to go. On the Wheelersburg side, you talk about unselfishness. What happens is it's kind of like a basketball team that puts 5 starters in double figures. There's only one ball to go around, right? So you talk about unselfishness. You watch a Perkins put up about 4 kills per set played. Look, Mullins and Woodward and Walker and all these, Miller, they're just as capable of putting up much bigger numbers than maybe the stat sheet says, but it's that unselfishness allows it to be the we, not me, and I think, again, that's a great representation of these two teams here today.
And then looking at history a little bit, Adena, obviously one of the, if not the program in Southeast Ohio when it comes to volleyball. 2 state championships in their school history, 10 appearances to the state tournament, looking for number 11. On the other side, Wheelersburg, we talk about them being one of the top programs in our area, but this would only be regional title number 2 if they can pull this off. So a lot at stake for both of these programs.
Well, that's an interesting set of stats you give there, because like with Wheelersburg, you're right. Growing up in Southeast Ohio, they've been a mainstay in the district final, regional semifinal type of levels. So you're right. It's probably a little bit of hunger there. Keep in mind, this was a really young team when they were knocking on the door of the regional last year. This year they get over the hump. They're still not old. They're still experienced. A lot of times you think they're older than they are. And then Adena, there's just something about the 2-shade blue when it comes to volleyball. It's been the standard throughout the entire southeast part of the state for a long, long time. And the staple of defense is certainly a staple of this team, but then, the incredible hitters out of the middle as well. So you're right. I think these are 2 programs that certainly have set some standards in their own right. Really, Wheelersburg's overall athletic program, I think you could say is kind of in a similar way set a standard. So, yeah, I think we have 2 awesome fan bases here and communities that get real excited about their volleyball.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Wheelersburg. In really every sport, it feels like we're talking about them in the postseason. Football, volleyball, soccer, they're playing in. Their girls made the regional this week. Their boys are playing in the regional final tomorrow. And then, obviously, volleyball here, they have a chance to get back to the state tournament. Gracie Perkins was the SOC3 Player of the Year. They returned everybody from last season's team. Yeah,
well, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. They were so talented last year, but when you watched them play, there was just something missing. And, of course, if I'm being honest, they were a team on my radar because of last year. They were a team on my radar from day one this year. I've said this on the air a couple times during the tournament run. For whatever reason, in the first month, they were winning enough, but they weren't quite hitting on all accounts the way I thought they might. And then you go back to the middle of their schedule, and they survived a 3-2 scare against their SOC rival South Webster. And from that point on, they went to another level. I don't have it in front of me. I want to say they've won like 42 of the last 43 sets played or something ridiculous. But, we had them at South Webster in that run, and they played at a really high level that night. And it seems like the last 4 to 5 times I've watched them either on person or on stream that they've just really been locked in. And I think they're hungry for this stage.
Yeah, since that South Webster matchup, Wheelersburg has dropped just 1 set to this point. They've won their last 24. The Pirates looking to carry that momentum into this regional final. But they have a tall task on the other side against the Adena Warriors. We will step aside for a brief moment, but when we come back, it's the Pirates and the Warriors for a trip to Dayton. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
Look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
National anthem just getting wrapped up, and we'll get to the player introductions here at Logan. First, it'll be the Wheelersburg Pirates, standing at a record of 24-2. They are SOC3 and district champions, winners of their last 16. Shane, we talked about it before, but who's maybe an X factor for the Pirates that's going to be key to them getting a win today?
Well, I'll go with it this way. I think it's going to be the outside hitters as a group, because there's going to be some outstanding middle matchups today. I mean, who doesn't love a Gracie Perkins in a Burns matchup on the other side with Katie Burns? I mean, they're obviously incredible. They both statistically have put up every type of number you can imagine. Then when you go to rotations 4, 5, 6, I think Brooklyn Miller's a really underrated player. She'll hit in the middle most likely against Corrigan, unless a coach would come out with some sort of different, moving their rotation, up or back. So overall, I think those will probably offset each other if they all play up to their capability. Adena might have a slight edge overall in terms of all 6 rotations. But where Wheelersburg's huge matchup problem comes for Adena is going to come on the outside and their ability to spread the ball up and down the net to about 4 or 5 hitters. So I'm anxious to see how Wheelersburg can execute there. Now, Adena will put up a good block on those areas, and then they'll dig the ball at a higher rate than most teams. I've watched a couple teams get really, really frustrated with Adena's defense, where you'll swing away and you're used to certain things being a kill all year long, and then today you've got an Adena defender digging it up. So look to the outside matchups, and if Wheelersburg is able to cash in on those, that could be a big, big factor in today's match.
Yeah, and you mentioned it too, Adena. You look at that whole lineup, there's really not one player that you can just brush off to the side. You know, everybody in that lineup, every rotation is capable of making an impact on this game.
Well, and that's what I love about the roles. And remember what I said in the pre-match coverage there about the unselfishness. You know what I mean? I don't need a stat. I don't need a bunch of swings. I don't need this. Coach, where do you need me to go? What do you need me to do? And I'm going to execute that to try to get my team to the Final Four.
Both teams break their pregame huddles, and we are just about set to go from Jim Myers Gymnasium here at Logan High School. The winner of this matchup will head to the Final Four next Thursday at the Nutter Center on the campus of Wright State University for a Division V state semifinal.
Down official checks both rotations, gets the liberos into the game, turns to the table there. We should be about ready to go. You mentioned the Nutter Center. You know, my wife and I over the years, it's kind of become an annual tradition. We love to just go see that high-level volleyball. It's so fun. So to have one of these Southeast teams there this year is just going to add to it.
Kimmy Dalton, the libero for the Warriors, will send it away, and we are underway in this Division V regional final as Perkins sends it over to Adena. Set up, swing, and just missing for the Warriors is Katie Burns, and the first point of this match goes to the Pirates.
Yeah, right out of the middle. Good touch there from the Adena block. Allow Smith to dig it up, and then it goes back into the hitting area.
It'll be the 5'10 junior Grace Woodward with the first serve for Wheelersburg. Sending it over, dug up. Here's a set for Burns again. Good recovery by the Pirates. They'll set it up far side. Now Adena has it back. Soft touch over the middle. Good rally here. Set it up for Mullins, far side. Good dig by Dalton. Adena near side now once again going back and forth. This time set up for Perkins in the middle. Denied. Perkins second chance. And the dig by the Warriors. J.C. Smith just does not clear the net. Gets right there but does not have enough. And 2 points for the Pirates.
Yeah, great example there in the middle, what we're talking about. You just got to keep playing on with Adena's defense, digging it up.
We'll set it up now. Burns again. Far side, Mullins, a little too much on that one. And Adena is on the board for the first time.
Yeah, maybe a little amped up here early on. You could certainly, being here Thursday night, even though it was a regional semifinal, today certainly has a different level of intensity to it here in the early going. Kids are going to have to relax and settle in.
Cameron Sowers, the serve for the Warriors in the middle is Perkins. For Perkins again, blocked, but Adena still has it. Dalton will send it over in the middle. Set up for Perkins, blocked, and finds a spot. Point to the Pirates.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of long rallies today because, again, the ability to touch the ball with the blockers at the net and then the incredible back row play on both sides. That's why I say you just got to stay with it and keep playing.
Here's a serve from Chamberlain into the net. Service error. First of the match for Wheelersburg.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of these two teams. Both of them come in serving right around 94% efficiency on the year.
Courtney Sowers send it away for the Warriors. They'll set it up in the middle, blocked, or dug up rather by the Warriors. And a violation against Adena.
Yeah, it's someone in the net, I believe. I didn't see the number he put up, but earns the point for Wheelersburg.
Here's Miley Gleam, the libero, sending it away for the Pirates. In the middle is Burns finding a sweet spot and connecting. 4-3 Pirates.
Yeah, one of the unique things they'll do is they'll move Burns and then now Day as she comes into the front row, up and down the net a little bit. Makes them a little harder to find for the blockers.
Burns to serve now. They'll set it up. Mullins far side blocked. And Adena's got a chance. Far side tooling the block is Corinne Day. And just like that, we're all tied at 4 apiece.
It's been an unbelievable postseason run for Day. She had 24 kills the other night, and she completely took that final set over there in that third set.
They'll set it up near side now for Lainey Walker. And Adena has no answer.
It's a little bit what I was highlighting in the pregame when you were asking me there. A good job of the middle going, their ability to use the strong side and the opposite side, keep Adena defense off balance.
Mullins now to serve for Wheelersburg. They'll set it up. Dalton, free ball. And they'll set it up in the middle again. Here's J.C. Smith now, soft touch. They set it up far side. Woodward dug up again by Dalton. And Adena can't respond. And Pirates back up 6-4.
Thought one mistake Zane Trace made the other night is they lost their aggressiveness, started tipping a lot. You got to attack the Adena defense.
They'll set it up again. Nice touch over the middle by Day. Here's Day again, blocked.
I believe that was Miller.
Miller and Walker, I believe, was also in on that.
Yeah, good double block. And I was telling you, I thought Miller was a really underrated player in the middle, shows some defense.
3-0 run for the Pirates now. Here's Day. Pirates set it up near side. Walker again. And they've got a violation on the Warriors, so another point goes to Wheelersburg.
Really good job by Gleam defensively there. Nice low pass. Allows Wheelersburg to play with such pace.
Mullins again to serve. Set it up in the middle. Day. Dug up by Gleam. In the middle now. Adena setting it up for Day. And Day with a little bit of force on that one. Wheelersburg can't answer. And they stop the bleeding there just a little bit. It's a 4-0 run for the Pirates. Adena puts it to an end.
Both teams are used to playing so much faster than their opponent. Here they've got a little bit more of an even matchup, and it's making for some really fun volleyball.
J.C. Smith the serve for Adena. There's Woodward far side, dug up. Set it up on the near side, connecting for a point is J.C. Jones.
Nice job. Anytime Adena can get some offense from someone outside of the middle, that just helps their balance a little bit.
Smith the serve again. They set it up Woodward far side. Pirates again, Woodward far side, dug up. Dalton. Here's Day. Woodward again, blocked. Wheelersburg's second chance. Walker just a little too much heat. And Adena climbs right back. They drop down 8-4. They've ran off 3 in a row.
Yeah, great decision from Chamberlain. Ended up getting a good opportunity on the weak side, just goes long.
Smith the serve again. Wheelersburg a little out of system now, got to recover. They'll set it up. Here's Day again, finding a spot on the back row. And we're tied up once again at 8.
This is that matchup we talked about, you know, when Burns and Perkins are going to go through the front row. It'll be Day in rotations 4, 5, 6. Day already with 3 kills here on this first trip across the net. Has them tied at 8.
Smith will send it away once again. Wheelersburg looking for an answer. Blocked. Corinne Day says no. 5-0 run for the Warriors. It's 9-8.
Yeah, this rotation with J.C. Smith back on the line, this is the one they had come all the way back against Zane Trace the other night when Zane Trace had about 5 set points.
Pirates set it up. Woodward far side. And Grace Woodward with some force. Kimmy Dalton had no answer.
Yeah, big time swing. You look throughout the year statistically, if that's your 3rd or 4th option, that's pretty good.
Woodward first team all SOC3, 229 kills coming into the match. Adena looking to answer. They set one up. Day Put some power on that one. Free ball from Woodward. Set it up again, Day, soft touch. Wheelersburg again, here's Woodward. Adena moving it around, set up. Sending it over is the Pirates, but they'll give the point to Adena. Violation against the Pirates.
Caught a little bit of a lift. Chamberlain had about 4 kills off of that the other night. You just got to adjust to the officiating. Different officials will see it different ways, and I'm sure she'll adjust.
Grooms now the server for Adena. They'll set it up far side. Woodward was blocked a little, and Adena has it back. Day just finding a spot on the near sideline. The Wheelersburg faithful here does not agree with that.
Yeah, we had about 20 Wheelersburg line judges down here in front of us that probably ended up seeing that on the other side of that line.
11-9 Adena lead. And they call a, was that?
They said she left early. So,
okay.
Like Chamberlain coming from her spot there as the setter, you're trying to cheat as much as you can to get in position there. And, again, these are just little things that, certain officials will look at a little closer.
Grooms a serve for Adena. Woodward far side. I'll set it up. Grooms. Here's Day. Dug up by Gleam. And a jump ball there at the net, but Corinne Day wins it. And Wheelersburg will call a timeout after being down 8 for the Warriors on a 9-1 run here in the first set. They lead by 4.
Yeah, really, it's been Corinne Day. I mean, there's been great defense back and forth, but since she's come into the game now, already 5 kills and a block here in the early going. As you said, you go from down 8-4 up 13-9. Credit the serving of J.C. Smith hitting her spots. But again, as we expected, some long rallies, good defense on both sides. I think Gleam's been excellent over here on the Wheelersburg side. Hall had an outstanding play. But again, they get the opportunity in the middle for Day, and she's just been cashing in.
And what have you seen from Wheelersburg? What's caused them to find themselves in a hole right now?
Well, a little bit of it, they just got to settle in and adjust. 2 of those were off of calls that maybe haven't been the norm throughout the tournament. So again, an experienced setter like Chamberlain will make those adjustments. Those things I don't worry about if I'm a coach there. I know my talented setter will correct those. But Wheelersburg's just got to understand that it's going to take a little bit more of a longer rally than against some opponents because, again, the way Adena keeps the ball off the floor.
Senior Kayla Grooms will send it away for Adena as play resumes here in Logan. And right back at it is Brooklyn Miller tooling the block. And the Pirates come out of the timeout and answer right back.
Well, great call out of the timeout. With Chamberlain in the front row, it gives you a little bit more room to operate. That time they take Miller a little bit on a slide action, get her in behind, and the block just didn't adjust to it. Well done.
Miller the serve now for Wheelersburg. Set it up, Woodward far side. Adena sets it up, Day in the middle. And right back at it, Corinne Day. Said her name a lot and definitely won't be the last time.
No question. And I thought Wheelersburg had an opportunity there. Perkins ended up freezing the block. They had an outside chance. You got to swing away and attack.
Dalton sends it away into the net. One service error on each side now in this first set. The first one credited to the Adena Warriors.
Percentage-wise, I think Dalton had some issues earlier in the year. She'd really clean that up a little bit.
Woodward the service now for Wheelersburg. They set it up near side. Burns blocked.
Yeah, Gracie Perkins, 6'1", puts that big old block up there, gets his hands out over the net. That's really well executed. Good technique.
Perkins, the team leader in blocks, 69 coming into this match. 14-12 Adena. Burns sends it over. Wheelersburg got to answer. Perkins once again. SOC Player of the Year showing out in this regional final.
Well, unbelievable athlete. That is outstanding setter play. Chamberlain goes up there, stays out of the net, and is able to get on the same page with Perkins, that Chamberlain-Perkins combo can be deadly.
Woodward again the serve. Pirates back within 1. And Katie Burns will extend the lead for the Pirates, tooling the block.
It's interesting on that double block when Burns is going to hit out of that strong side earlier on. She's much better going down the line over the 5'5 Chamberlain instead back to the middle against the 6'1 Perkins.
Overpass here from Wheelersburg. And Burns tried to make the Pirates pay for that, but just could not connect, sent it just a little out of bounds.
Yeah, right idea, good court vision, just missed her spot. Probably didn't need to be as perfect with it, had some more room there.
Chamberlain on the serve. Adena sets it up. Here's Burns in the middle, finding a sweet spot. 16-14 Adena.
Yeah, big time swing from Burns there. They went to her in the serve receive, and she shows off some of that all-around talent there with a nice pass and follows it up for the kill.
Sowers to send it away for the Warriors. They'll set one up. Perkins in the middle. Dug up by Dalton in the back. Here's Smith now, soft touch. Set up near side. Walker dug up again by Dalton. Here's Burns in the middle, and that's what I know as a mashed potato sandwich. Soft touch in the middle for a kill. Adena goes up by 3.
Well, and Burns and Perkins, you really stretch the fingers out well, and they get control of that ball. Sometimes they'll get called for the throw.
Here's Perkins now in the middle, tooling the block. Put enough heat on that kill attempt, and Adena couldn't execute the block. Wheelersburg back to within 2.
On that side out, Perkins goes out of the game. Miller will return.
Gleam the libero will serve. They'll set one up, far side. Burns, dug up by Woodward. Free ball action from the Pirates here, far side. Here's Burns in the middle, finding a spot on that far sideline in the back.
Yeah, way too talented on both sides of the net to have free balls. So when you have those free balls, you know you're going to have some great attack coming back at you.
Burns the serve. Here's Walker near side. Dug up by Burns in the back. Here's Day in the middle. Violation against the Warriors.
Yeah, how about Katie Burns in the back row after she serves, becoming a defender? You know, she subs out now. On a lot of teams, she'd play all the way around. Obviously, with this Adena defense, not asked to do so.
Mullins the serve now for the Pirates. Day. It's a little misconnection. Trying to put one on that near sideline. And it's back to a 1-point set.
Yeah, what we thought, you know, Wheelersburg went out, Adena came back, went up. Now it's winning time, tight set.
Mullins the serve again. Here's Day in the middle, dug up by Gleam. Good recovery here, free ball from the Pirates. Woodward just got it over. Here's Day again in the middle, and this time the Pirates can't send it back. Great recovery from Adena.
It was a great effort from Day. So many times kids make a defensive play and they just stand. She went and got ready to hit, got right back involved in the offense.
Jones the serve for the Warriors. They'll set it up. Woodward far side, dug up Dalton. Once again, here's Day in the middle. Good effort there from Woodward. Free ball from Walker. Set one up. Here's Day finding a spot opposite side. 2017 for the Warriors.
Well, that's a master class in back row play by Kimmy Dalton there. That was outstanding to keep that ball off the floor, and then obviously Day swinging with the hot hand early.
Here's Smith on the serve. They'll set one up. Mullins in the middle. Here's Day now again, once again. Corinne Day, have yourself a day.
No question.
Timeout Pirates as Adena once again out to a 4-point lead here in the opening set, 21-17. They look to close this one out.
Well, Adena doing what they do. You look down on the stat sheet here. Day with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kills already here in the opening set. Burns with 5. So, that's where they're going to go, and that's where they're going to execute, and they feel like they'll be better at it than you can defend it.
Yeah, that duo, Burns and Day, has been all the more present here in this first set. How does Wheelersburg look to respond to that?
Well, again, you have to sell out on the block. You know where it's going. But the number one thing you can do is when you get opportunities, you have to cash in, and you have to go aggressive at them. Try to get them a little out of system. You know they're going to dig up more than normal, but if you can go at them aggressively, some of those passes won't be on target to Sowers and Grooms, and they won't be able to maybe be as accurate to Burns and Day. So if I'm Wheelersburg, you're not defending poorly. I'd like to see Wheelersburg on offense be a little bit more aggressive and give Perkins and Mullins and some of these other hitters more opportunities to swing.
The honorable mention, all SVC junior J.C. Smith will serve once again for Adena. Looking to close out this first set, and J.C. Smith is going to get herself a service ace.
Yeah, first ace of the match. And Adena knocking on the door of a first set win here, up 5.
Ace number 33 on the season for Smith. She'll serve it once again. They'll set it up in the middle. Miller. Adena looking to answer Day again. Didn't have to put too much on that one, just a soft touch in no man's land. Nobody on Wheelersburg could get there in time.
People always ask me, how in the world did they just use the middle only and be so successful? It's because of the way they move and the way they have some chemistry with the setter.
Adena 2 points away here. Smith set up near side. Pirates have it. Walker in the middle. Finds a good spot and gives a serve back to the Pirates.
Yeah, 4 different Wheelersburg players with a kill. Haven't heard from the outstanding sophomore Mullins yet in the front row.
Here's Lakin Hall now to serve for the Pirates. And a little chaos created on Adena's side, point to Wheelersburg.
Yeah, you don't see that very often there. I mean, they are able to pick a good spot and pick out who they wanted to go at. And Hall provides a little bit of offense through her serving.
Sophomore Hall will serve once again, 23-19 Adena. We'll set one up. Here's Day. Dug up by Hall in the back. Woodward far side. Dalton saves it. Here's Adena far side. J.C. Jones, a little too much on that kill attempt. And just like that, the Pirates are back within 3.
Yeah, good swing from Jones. Just a freshman. Going to be a really, really good one in the Adena program. Just sells long on her.
Hall to serve once more. And she's got herself an ace now. The Pirates seem to be down to their last life as far as this first set goes, but just like that, they're back within 2 as Adena burns a timeout.
If you look at the stat sheet on the year, you'll have Dalton and Smith. I mean, the way Coach Smith moves her rotation around, they will handle, I'd say, almost 85-90% of the opponent's serve. What Wheelersburg has been able to do in this particular rotation, they've been able to find a spot to maybe go away from them a little bit and behind the serving of Lakin Hall. Again, just a sophomore, doing a great job. Now back at 23-21. Wheelersburg maybe with a chance to come back and steal one here.
And if you're Laura Smith for Adena, you just watch your team give up a little bit of a run when you could have put the set away. What do you tell your team during this timeout?
Well, part of the timeout's just to calm down the momentum. The other part strategically is to see if there's something she can tweak a little bit here in this particular serve receive to maybe provide a little bit of confidence. But again, these kids have done this all year. Sometimes it's just a timeout to tell a young kid, hey, you've got this. Focus in and execute.
23-21 Warriors. Hall will serve it away for the Pirates. Dug up by Smith. Good recovery here as Dalton sends it over. They'll set it up. Woodward far side. Nice touch. Here's Day now in the middle. Nice dig by Hall. A little free ball action from the Pirates. Here's Day again. Soft touch. Woodward with the dig. They'll set it back up in the middle. Adena has to get it over. Free ball from Jones. Woodward again. Day in the middle, dug up by Hall. Good rally here on both sides. There's Day once again, and this time Day finally gets one to fall. And the Pirates are 1 point away from a first set victory.
Well, again, the effort on both sides was incredible. Makes for a long rally, good defense back and forth, and finally Day just having a huge opening set here. Adena set point.
Free ball from Mullins. Dalton in the back, setting it up. Here's Day. Day, Wheelersburg out of system, got to get it over. There's a set for Day again, and Day puts an end to set number one with the kill. 25-21. Adena takes the first set in this Division V regional final. We'll be right back for set number 2 here in Logan. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to talk to you about our express service that we offer at every Glockner location. Did you know that you don't need an appointment if you need a routine service done to your vehicle? All you have to do is show up. No appointment necessary. Stop by and let us serve you at any Glockner location today.
Richard. Countless nights in the garage. 8 shiny new pistons. 1 very happy 16-year-old granddaughter. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
Back here inside the Jim Myers Gymnasium at Logan High School with Adena taking set number 1 over the Wheelersburg Pirates. 25-21. Shane, a pretty entertaining opening set.
Yeah, well, obviously, Day 12 kills in the opening set.
Wow.
That's just unheard of. But again, she's not like a just swing away, hammer it in your face type of player. She has that in her arsenal every now and then, but it's almost she's just. It's almost like a change-up in baseball. Like if you imagine a pitcher, like I'm a baseball guy, so I'll use a baseball. Remember Bronson Arroyo, like you'd watch him throw 5 pitches and like not a one of them would look the same. She comes at you from different spots on the net, different angles, and it really makes the block kind of hard to get on her right shoulder, and it really makes some of the players to play all of her tips or all of her different angles. It's just a really creative shot maker in terms of volleyball out of the middle, and it's fun to watch.
And we talked about it a little bit that last time out in the first set, but are there any adjustments that Wheelersburg can make to come out on top in set number 2?
Well, really defensively, you got to continue to cheat your block to the middle, and you got to continue to work hard to dig the ball up. I honestly don't think overall defense has been a huge problem. I think Wheelersburg's failed to cash in offensively on some opportunities. And again, a lot of that credit goes to Adena's defense. But the one thing I noticed, Mullins being shut out. She was given 5 or 6 swings from the back row attack. I'd like to see them utilize her in the strong side as well. The problem there is she hits strong side up here in these first rotations while Perkins spends some times in the front row. And again, 1 ball to go around makes it kind of tough to decide sometimes if you're Chamberlain.
Grace Woodward stands in the back. She will send things away as set number 2 has begun. Set near side. Burns sends one over, and Wheelersburg can't send it back. First point of the set goes to the Warriors.
I think when the block initially kept the ball off the floor, I think they were saying there was a double blocker. I think they said it was resting on the body of Wheelersburg, kind of called it a lift.
Sowers on the serve for Adena. Pirates 50-50 ball, and they will take advantage of it. It's Burns again.
I think they had someone in the net there. Chamberlain initially did a good job of staying out of the net.
2-0 Warriors lead. Sowers. Set one up. Perkins in the middle. Gracie Perkins with authority.
Starts with a good pass when it's on target. Chamberlain and Perkins, we talked about it in the opening set, certainly capable.
First point of the second set comes off a kill from Gracie Perkins. Can Wheelersburg carry the momentum? Chamberlain the serve. Here's Burns in the middle, blocked. Adena recovers. Here's Mullins, far side. Burns set one up. Smith. Wheelersburg trying to answer. Here's Perkins now. Going back and forth. Burns again, soft touch. And Wheelersburg cannot send it back over. Nice little soft touch, good execution by the Warriors. It's 3-1.
Again, another great defensive play for Dalton, allows the rally to continue, and the mix-up of the hammer away and then the tip as well. Wheelersburg off balance.
Courtney Sowers serving it for the Warriors. Here's Mullins, far side. Just find a spot on that back line. Kind of a missed hit there from Adena in the back. And Wheelersburg credited with another point, 3-2.
Yeah, first kill for Mullins. That's one I think Wheelersburg's really got to get. She's terrific. The sophomore, really, really talented. If they can get her going, that'd be a big lift.
Gleam the libero to serve. Set up for J.C. Smith near side. Now Mullins in the middle again. And Adena out of system. Can they recover? They will. Good recovery, but Wheelersburg trying to make them pay. Miller went in for the kill, but Adena with the block. What a sequence there.
Yeah, well, unbelievable volleyball all the way around. The IQ of Wheelersburg to go ahead and go on 1-2, but then the presence of mind of Burns to recognize they're doing that, and there for the block. Outstanding.
Burns to serve again, 4-2 Warriors lead. Here's Day in the middle, puts that one right in no man's land.
It's almost like Day's one of those hot shooters that can't wait to get the next shot off. She's just seeing the floor really, really well right now and just having a time of it.
5-2 Warriors lead. Mullins far side tools the block to perfection.
Yeah, well called there. I mean, when she gets that far outside and swings that hard, it's just so difficult for the block to get those hands turned in.
Second team All-SOC 3, Alyssa Mullins. She serves it now. Adena sends it over. The 50-50 ball. I think they got a net violation on the Pirates.
Yeah, nothing she could do. The ball ended up taking her into that spot. She did everything she could to stay out of the net. Came down way over the line.
J.C. Smith to serve again for Adena. Here's Woodward far side blocked. Pirates trying to recover. Here's Walker, can't get it over. 7-3 Warriors lead.
Yeah, Adena throughout the tournament trail just dominating this rotation with Smith on the line. And it's really got Wheelersburg's serve receive scrambling.
Pirates got to get it over. It's Woodward. Here's Day now. Day finding a spot in the back row.
All made possible by the Smith serve again. Again, Wheelersburg missing the target of their setter. It leaves them scrambling, and it gives Adena a chance to go fast. Not every incredible serve has to be an ace.
Warriors lead up to 5 here in the second set. There's Mullins in the middle, and that one's would become a souvenir.
Yeah, well, that again, that's a sophomore out of the back row hammering away there. That's impressive. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about there in the back row, Mullins has to stay behind that 10-foot line, and so she's doing that from about the basketball 3-point line.
Here's Lakin Hall now on the serve, just clears the net. Here's Woodward in the middle, dug up Dalton, sends it back, Dalton. There's Woodward near side, just finds a spot on the near sideline. Pirates get one back.
Wheelersburg not very happy with a couple of the little nickel and dime things they were called for at the setter position in the first set. They're not very happy that was a play on, but nonetheless, Woodward gets the swing and the kill.
Hall again will serve. Pirates back within 3. And Hall's got herself another ace.
Yeah, you're right. And another ace. Remember in the first set, this was the rotation through her serving, and Wheelersburg sparked a little bit, right?
Hall came into this game 39 service aces on the season. She'll send it away again. And she's got another one right there.
Well, she comes in only serving about 90%, which is kind of low. But again, the reason you still want that is that risk reward. And now you're seeing the reward side of it, right? When she's on, that's the back-to-back ace here. Her third ace already here early in set number 2. Really, really a spark that Wheelersburg needs.
Pirates looking to tie it up. 8-7, Adena leads. Adena just gets it over on the free ball. And they're going to tie it up. It's Brooklyn Miller on the kill. 5-0 run for the Pirates. Knotted up at 8.
Just like I said with Smith on the one side, not every serve has to be an ace to be effective. That serve there had Adena out of system, allowed Miller to go quick, gets the kill.
Momentum clearly on the side of the Pirates now, looking to take the lead. Hall sends it over, just clears the tape. There's Day in the middle, soft touch. Woodward in the middle, dug up by Dalton. There's Day again, blocked, and she's able to tool that block and stop the Wheelersburg momentum. 9-8 Warriors.
Yeah, as long as Adena can keep their middle one-on-one, it's just so difficult in a one-on-one setting to block so low because of the different angles and shot attempts of the Adena middles.
Grooms the serve for Adena. Wheelersburg looking to answer free ball from Chamberlain. Gets it over.
Yeah, dumps that second ball over. She did that about 3 or 4 times the other night. Tried to do it in the first set. They called her on it that time. Able to get the hands in a better place to execute it.
Miller on the serve, just a little too much air under it. Service error for Brooklyn Miller. Adena goes back up by 1. Dalton on the serve. Set it up, Perkins, far side blocked. Wheelersburg recovers. Here's Adena now, Burns in the middle. Overpass. Pirates have it again. Here's Mullins from the back. Now Burns soft touch again. Here's Perkins in the middle, finding a spot in the back. Just a back and forth game we've had right now, and Gracie Perkins ties it back up at 10.
Adena's doing a good job of tacking Chamberlain in her defensive spot. And when she takes the first ball, she obviously can't take the second ball, and it's getting out of system. That time to get back in system, Chamberlain to Perkins ties us at 10.
Woodward the serve now for the Pirates. Setting up Burns. Near side, can't connect. And the Pirates take a 1-point lead.
Yeah, we talked about in that rotation, her attacking down the line. She tried to go there and just a little wide with it.
Woodward the serve again. Here's Burns on the near side, dug up Gleam, 50-50 ball, and Burns is going to win it.
You offer the serve receive. Ball just goes a little long, and Burns obviously already squared in that in her defensive spot. Perkins recognized it just a little late, wasn't quite able to get up there to get into the joust.
Wheelersburg now looking to answer Mullins. Tips it over. Set it up near side, Smith. Here's Perkins now in the middle, makes them pay. Gracie Perkins, almost automatic today.
Well, that's fun to watch there. Again, when your middle and your setter have that type of chemistry, there's such a trust there. and Chamberlain just recognizing exactly where she wants it, and then obviously Perkins puts it away.
Chamberlain the serve, and she's got herself an ace now. The Pirates' lead is up to 2. Junior Chamberlain will serve again, back-to-back. Aces for Ella Chamberlain. Timeout Adena, as the Pirates now have a lot of momentum here going into this timeout. 14-11, Wheelersburg leads.
Well, it's the serving of Lakin Hall earlier, now the serving of Ella Chamberlain. Good scouting on the Wheelersburg side in terms of who they want to attack, where they want to attack. But it's one thing as a coach to put it on a scouting report. It's another thing for players to show up in a regional championship and execute it. And that time, Chamberlain going to that back corner, trying to at least make Burns play a little bit of defense so that she's maybe slower getting on the attack. And what a great serve, hits her spot perfectly.
And you talked about it just a second ago. Lakin Hall came up to serve. This happened in the first set, too, when Lakin Hall was serving. That's when Wheelersburg kind of started to go on a run and get back into the thick of the set. And then we see that here in the second now. Lakin Hall goes up to serve and creates a lot of momentum for the Pirates.
When you have one of those risk-reward serves as a coach, you just have to bite your tongue on the air sometimes because you see when it is on how it can really flip a set. And you're right, you could sense it in the crowd here below us. The momentum starting to go in Wheelersburg's favor.
Chamberlain to serve again. They set it up in the middle, Glandon. Here's Wheelersburg now, Walker. Pirates a little out of rhythm here, but Perkins connecting once again, finds a spot on the back row. Pirates with their largest lead of the set.
Yeah, outstanding, playing with a lot of pace. Chamberlain getting that ball out in front, and Perkins really starting to feel it.
Chamberlain will serve again. Another ace for Ella Chamberlain.
Again, the ability to hit that number called from the bench over there. Knows exactly where she wants to go with it, hitting her spot well.
Can the Pirates continue this run? Here's Smith over the middle. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins dug up by Dalton.
Going to call the lift on the ball over there.
And once again, Adena not able to stop the bleeding here. Wheelersburg continuing to add to this lead. It's 17-11. Chamberlain again, just a little too much power on that serve. And Adena will finally get it back.
That time they bumped Burns up about a step, and they were going to trust Dalton in that back corner. Chamberlain, again, trying to hit that particular spot, and it just goes long on her.
Adena looks to chip away. Sowers on the serve. And Sowers has herself an ace. Courtney Sowers came into this matchup with 57 on the season. Sowers will serve it again. Just a little too much air under that one. And can't connect. Point to the Pirates.
Perfect example of the risk reward. You get the ace followed by the air. Again, Sowers comes in about 94%. Right around 0.7 aces per set played.
Gleam the libero to serve. Sowers sets it up. Burns can't get it over. It's a little misread on the attack. 19-13 Pirates. Gleam will serve it again. Sowers sets it up. Burns far side. And nobody on Wheelersburg can get there.
Good job from Adena just to get Burns a swing there. They've really been out of sorts here over the last probably 10 to 11, 12 serves. That time able to get her a swing.
Burns on the serve now, and she's got an ace.
Adena comes in averaging about 2.5 aces per set. Wheelersburg 2.9, but we're seeing a lot more of that here in this set.
Burns will serve it again. Here's Mullins, far side, blocked. Here's Day. Dug up by the Pirates. Here's Woodward from the back. Smith over, dug up Woodward. Here's Miller now. A lot of chaos there on Adena's side, but they're playing well. Chamberlain, one-handed touch.
I think the right foot went over the line.
Yep. That's what it looked like. Adena slowly but surely chipping into this lead. It's back down to 3. Burns to serve it again. Chamberlain sets one up. Walker. Sowers sets one up. Smith now. Chamberlain, here's Mullins now. Mullins with a lot of power on that one. Nobody on Adena can make a play. Mullins has a kill. It's 20-16.
Well, and remember I talked about getting Mullins going. She has 4 kills here in the second set, and that's the 4-point difference right here on the board. She'll go back to serve.
Mullins with the serve. Setting one up. Day makes them pay.
Day had just returned to the lineup here. Getting back into the middle, getting involved immediately.
Smith back to serve for the Warriors, down by 3. Chamberlain tried to dump it over the net, but couldn't get it over. And we'll have a timeout. Wheelersburg as the Pirates lead by 2, but Adena has been clawing their way back.
Well, if you're Adena, you're into that hot rotation there with Smith on the line and Day in the middle, and you just got to try to hit your spot here. That time, good pass on target. Chamberlain sees the hole there in the middle and able to execute. And so now the good timeout. You're still up 20-18. Starts with a really good serve receive because Smith's really been giving you some fits back here on the service line.
Yeah, and Wheelersburg, they've let Adena come back in, but certainly no time to panic. You're still ahead, and you've got a chance here to get momentum back on your side.
Well, you use the word panic. I like that because, a lot of times these two teams have dominated their opponents throughout. You're not always in the situation. Adena being so battle-tested, we had talked about the other night, Adena 4 times on the road during their gold ball run had to go to 4 or 5 sets to survive. So, they've been able to perform in chaos where, Wheelersburg, we talked about it, they only lost 1 set in about the last month and a half.
Smith on the serve now. And Wheelersburg going to get a point right back. It's Laney Walker on the kill.
Outstanding action out of the timeout. All the hitters going, it really freezes the block, and then you give someone like Walker a free opportunity. She just hammers away. So well executed. Great team volleyball.
The spark plug server, Lakenhall, will send it away for the Pirates. And she's got another ace. Hall doing it all.
Yeah, it really is. Lakenhall, 4 aces on the day, 3 aces here in the second set. Wheelersburg looking to push 3 here to tie this thing up.
Hall sends it away once again. There's Day in the middle, dug up by Hall. Chamberlain set up for Woodward, far side, blocked. And I thought that might have been 4 touches there on the Pirates, but they rule it clean. But nonetheless, Corinne Day with the kill to send it back to a 3-point deficit.
Get your rotations here now. You'll get Grooms back into serve, which means she'll set across the back row for the Warriors here during these 3 rotations.
Chamberlain on the set. Miller blocked. Wheelersburg can recover. Here's Woodward, far side, blocked again. Woodward free ball. Setting it up in the middle, Day. Chamberlain sets one up. Miller blocked again. Day's been everywhere. And was that 4 touches?
Well, usually on the block it doesn't count, but Chamberlain touched the ball low first, so when she went down to pump to knock it back up, that was her second straight touch is what they ruled.
22-20 Wheelersburg. Miller will send it over. There's a setup for Day again. Day dug up by Hall. There's Mullins from the back. Dalton with the dig. Here's Day again. Day just over the reach of Woodward. And Adena's back within one. Timeout, Pirates.
Yeah, Lake and Hall with some outstanding defense here, but Adena just keeps coming at you. And Corinne Day picking out some different spots. She had 12 kills. I almost can't say it without laughing in the first set. And then she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more here in the second set with what, 2 or 3 straight coming here after Wheelersburg had led 20, looking at my notes here, 22-18, I think it was. Now back to 22-21.
An interesting stat here, Wheelersburg this season is 2-2 when they lose the first set. Their 2 losses were both sweeps, the only 2 times they've been swept this season. So if you're the Pirates, kind of want to lock in here and try to get this second set win.
Well, you really don't want to go down 2-0, but you're, it's interesting you put it that way because, again, Wheelersburg's been so dominant. You start to ask yourself, well, how many times have we trailed? And you don't have a lot to fall back on there.
Pirates still ahead by 1, but Adena looking to fight back and take set number 2. Chamberlain, there's Mullins, free ball. Grooms setting it up for Day. Day, Hall with some terrific defense, but it doesn't matter because Corinne Day is right there to make a play, and we're all tied.
Yeah, frustrating out of a timeout not to get a better opportunity to run whatever you had called because you don't get a serve receive. Now at 22 all, you got to clean the pass up here.
Grooms to serve once more. Just nearly hovering towards that back line, and they're going to say it just found a spot in.
Yeah, so close, and it was bang bang. But
at first, I don't think anybody could tell if that was in or out.
Yeah.
Warriors 2 points away now. Grooms to serve. Chamberlain setting it up. Woodward far side blocked. Grooms setting it up. Day blocked again by Miller.
They're going to say no touch on the block, so if it comes off the tape, when Adena touches again, it'll be 4 touches.
So that could be huge now because Wheelersburg has a service, and they're 2 points away. All knotted up at 23. Here's the junior Brooklyn Miller. And Adena can't get it over the net, and the Pirates are 1 point away from evening things up. Timeout, Adena.
Hey, give Miller a lot of credit there. She had missed the serve earlier. She comes in, solid 92% on the year. She has some pretty good action on that low serve that just clears the tape. She missed one earlier. A lot of times you go back there at 23-23, and it's easy just to kind of let up and not trust it. I always love when an athlete turns it loose. That tells me they trust the work that they put in and comes up with a big point there for a team.
What do you think Laura Smith is saying down there in the huddle?
Again, just trying to use the timeout to make sure everybody's on the same page. It also makes the server think about it a little bit over there in the huddle, kind of like a free throw shooter in basketball that you might ice a little bit. But at the same time, you just sure up, okay, exactly where we're at in serve receive. Let's get a good pass on target, and then they're obviously going to go to their middle hitter, but they're calling out maybe where on the net or what type of ball they want to go to.
24-23 in set number 2 of this Division 5 regional final. Brooklyn Miller sends it away. Grooms tried to set one up for Day, but Gracie Perkins is there on the 50-50 ball and sends it in with authority. 25-23 is the tally here in the second set. Each team has claimed a set here in this regional final here at Logan, and we'll step aside and come back for set number 3. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Glo Fiber is now in Ohio. And with gig speed fiber internet, we're keeping things real. As in real reliable speeds. Real people who really want to talk to you. Not to mention, real simple pricing. Switch to Glo Fiber today to get real fast, real reliable fiber internet and your first month free. Glo Fiber is here. Welcome to Glo Ohio. Call 1-833-WANT-GLO or visit glofiber.com to switch today.
Kimberly. Tons of practice. One chop away from a black belt.
Holy
7 of the best sidekicks. And 5 years since her cancer diagnosis at Ohio Health.
Back here inside the Jim Myers Gymnasium at Logan High School, Wheelersburg and Adena each tied 1-1 here in this Division 5 regional final. Want to give a quick shout out to another team in our coverage area we have playing today just outside here at Chieftain Stadium, Medford Girls Soccer taking down Grandview Heights, and they're going to the Division 5 Final Four.
Oh, outstanding. Congratulations.
So we're 2 sets into this game. It's been a really good match so far. Back to back and forth. Each team claimed a set. Overall, what have we seen so far?
Well, we've seen a little bit of what we talked about in the pre-match coverage. You know, Burns and Perkins kind of offsetting each other. I have them, unofficially both for 9 kills, but it's rotations 4, 5, 6 where Adena's really going to work, where Day has 19 kills here just through 2 sets of play. So that's been the big Adena advantage, and a lot of it's been in that J.C. Smith. She only has the 1 ace, but I would say that she's been far, far more than that stat says in her ability to hit a spot. And Adena's had a lot of success there when Day's coming across the front row. If you're Wheelersburg, I thought they got their service game going a little bit. Chamberlain with 3 aces there in the second set. Hall with 3 of her 4 aces in that second set. And then Brooklyn Miller with a big tough serve that, statistically right on the border of an ace there, depending on how you want to score. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, either with an ace or where I felt like the serve led directly to the point.
Yeah, we saw Wheelersburg in that second set kind of do what Adena did in that first set. They went down early, they fought back, got the momentum on their side, and worked their way to a set win. All even at 1 set apiece here as Kimmy Dalton, the libero for the Warriors, set to send things away. Set number 3 is underway. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins far side. Dalton with a nice dig, but to no avail. Chamberlain and Perkins, that connection is there once again.
Yeah, when Perkins starts there in the front left, she goes ahead and hits strong side on that first ball over, and Adena simply just didn't get a block out there. That's about as open at the net as she's been all day.
Woodward the server for the Pirates. Grooms the set. Here's Burns blocked. Pirates have it again. Chamberlain to Perkins.
Had a net violation there of an Adena, and that was an outstanding dig by Dalton. Again, man, she's good back there.
Woodward again will serve. As Grooms set up for Burns on the near side, blocked. Perkins tried to dump it over. Mullins, Chamberlain, Perkins again. Gracie Perkins making her presence known here in set number 3.
Yeah, and I love how she just stayed with it. We talked about it. Adena's defense up to the challenge, 2 straight coverages. I've seen some teams get frustrated over the last couple matches against Adena. Perkins just keeps on keeping on.
Woodward again to serve a little lofty and can't find a spot inside. It sails out of bounds.
I think Wheelersburg's okay with a few errors. Obviously, you can't have a bunch of them, but like we just talked about, they had 7 aces there in that second set. You're gonna live with a little bit of the aggressive serving.
Sowers on the serve for Adena. Perkins. There's Dalton now. Smith. Wheelersburg out of system, got to recover. Perkins, free ball. Screws set up. Here's Burns, blocked by Perkins. Adena's got to get it over now. Chamberlain on the set, nobody there. Little miscommunication between Chamberlain and Perkins. Something that we don't see too often.
Not at all, and that time they immediately talked about it. I think Chamberlain was expecting her to come in behind her a little bit where Perkins was going to stay on top of her. And just, again, just miscommunication, Adena point.
Cameron Sowers the serve for Adena. Chamberlain set up Perkins again. Here's Grooms. Sets one up, Glandon far side. There's Perkins in the middle. Nice soft touch dug up by Smith. There's Glandon on the attack again. Chamberlain, now Mullins. Landon set for Smith, blocked. Chamberlain. Here's Woodward, here's Mullins now. Mullins putting it just in front of Dalton to where she couldn't make a play on it.
Yeah, I mentioned Mullins was one of the tools on the offensive attack, missing there in the first set with no kills. Now had 4 there in the second. That's her first here in the third.
Grooms sets one up. Burns in the middle, finding a spot in the back corner.
Yeah, big-time swing there from Burns. You know, J.C. Smith plays all the way around, but she doesn't really hit. The reason I say it's almost like having another libero, her coverage and her ability to read the tips and different things, just incredible athleticism.
Here's Mullins far side. Dalton set up Smith, blocked, and Wheelersburg has no answer.
Just like that, J.C. Smith will show me, right? So she'll get a swing out of the strong side. That's her first kill of the day.
Smith came in with 39 kills, honorable mention all SVC. Sowers to serve for the Warriors. Mullins. Sowers setting one up. Burns, tip. Chamberlain. Here's Perkins. Nice dig by Smith. Here's Smith again. Gleam. Chamberlain, near side. Walker dug up. And Adena's out of system. They can't recover. Nice effort by the Pirates, and it's Walker finishing with the kill.
Yeah, big-time swing from Walker. Very efficient on the limited attack opportunities she gets. That's her 4th kill on the day.
Gleam the serve. Sowers sets one up here. Smith. Smith, nice play by Gleam with the dig, and Miller finishes it. Miller gives the Pirates a nice reward, but it was set up by the effort of Miley Gleam.
No question. Well called on your part. That was outstanding defense from the junior libero. Big-time play.
Gleam, the second team all SOC 3 member. She'll serve it off again. Sowers. Far side, Burns blocked, but Burns is able to tool it. And it goes out of bounds. Adena back within 1.
Yeah, again, on that first ball in that rotation, she's going to hit off the weak side. The block was there, just able to tool it out of bounds.
And Burns will send that one right into the net. Point back to the Pirates.
So now Day will return to the front row here. Sowers, Dalton, and Smith in your service seat for the Warriors.
Mullins on the serve. Sowers again, here's Day, nice little soft touch. Here's Chamberlain to Woodward in the middle, blocked by who else? Corinne Day.
Yeah, big-time defensive play. Everything just stayed so tight there. Like, see, Wheelersburg, they're so worried about in some of their tip coverage, they've got to transition quicker and spread themselves out across the net. They have way too much balance to let Day be that much of a factor in the block.
Chamberlain near side, little miscommunication again. And we're all knotted up at 7. Smith on the serve into the net again. Another service error for the Warriors.
Yeah, you don't see that often. 97% on the year for Smith. But again, she's so good at hitting her spot. That time she obviously was trying to hit a spot and just missed it.
Lakin Hall now to send it away for Wheelersburg. Sowers set up Day, tipped. Wheelersburg trying to recover. Here's Woodward. Sowers set up Day, nice soft touch. Chamberlain with the dig. Here's Miller. Sowers again, Day. Just too much air under it, but they say there was a touch on the Pirates, so point will go in favor of Adena.
Yeah, easy call. She was just up over top of the block, hit it right up off the block, and it sails long.
8 on both sides of the scoreboard in this important third set. Grooms the serve for Adena. Chamberlain far side, Woodward far side. connecting for a Pirate point.
You're starting to see some of that balance we talked about through 2 sets. You know, Perkins had 9. She's up to 12 now, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wheelersburg hitters with at least 3 kills on the afternoon.
Miller to serve now. Dalton, Smith. There's Glandon now. Chamberlain to Perkins, blocked. It's Day once again. That Perkins versus Day matchup has been very fun to watch, and we see Day get the best out of that latest installment. Dalton to serve from the near corner. And she's got herself an ace.
The coaching back and forth is so fun to watch, where they're picking out in each serve receiver where they want to go. So well done in terms of that placement.
Dalton again will serve Gleam. Another ace for Kimmy Dalton. The SVC Defensive Player of the Year is doing some work on offense here. Dalton once again, Gleam. Chamberlain, here's Mullins from the back. Grooms with the dig. Here's Dalton. There's Glandon near side into the net.
Yeah, I'm sure Wheelersburg's glad to get Dalton off the line, because she was really giving him some fits in some of the spots that she was able to hit.
Here's Woodward now to serve for the Pirates. It was nice save. Dalton free ball. Chamberlain to Perkins. What a connection we've seen, and we see it again right there. Chamberlain to Perkins, tie it up at 11.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be one of those really interesting third sets, tied at 7, 8, 9, and 11 now. Back and forth we go.
Woodward on the serve again. Grooms sets one up, Burns near side. Just a lot of power on that one. Gleam couldn't make a clean play on it.
Burns up to 12 kills on the match.
Cameron Sowers back to serve for the Warriors. Chamberlain. There's Mullins far side with a lot of speed. Mullins finds a spot in the back row once again, tied up at 12.
Yeah, big time talent there with Mullins. Give Perkins a lot of credit. Her ability to go in the middle freezes the block, and because of that, Mullins gets a wide open net, and that obviously is not going to end well for the opponent.
Now Chamberlain back to serve. Here's Dalton to Grooms. Here's Burns in the middle. Gleam. Chamberlain. Here's Walker near side, connects. Nice passing there from Ella Chamberlain too, finding now Lainey Walker on the near side for a kill.
Well, when they pass it on target to Chamberlain, she's got the ability to do that. She can see the defense and move the ball up and down the net.
There's Grooms now to Burns in the middle. Burns just finds a spot on the far side. It looked close from up here, but the judges down on the floor say it was in, and point goes to Adena.
Yeah, hitting some good spots there.
Sowers from the back corner. Chamberlain, here's Mullins now, far side, just a little too much air under that. And it drops just beyond the back line for an Adena point.
Yeah, just about a half second off the timing there, and didn't get that late action the way she usually does when she gets on top of the volleyball.
Courtney Sowers again. It's a Gleam. Perkins over. Sowers sets one up, Burns. Pirates out of system a little. Free ball from Gleam. Sowers again, Burns. Burns just a bit outside.
Yeah, golden opportunity for Adena there. They could see the free ball coming. The setter was able to sprint to the net. You had everything in place and just didn't really get on a good attack.
Gleam on the serve, tied up at 14. Burns free ball. Gleam digs it up. Chamberlain sets one up. Mullins, nice soft touch. Adena trying to recover. Free ball again from Burns. Chamberlain, Walker near side. Walker just finds the back corner. Nice two-handed touch. Lofting it into the back corner. Pirates go up by 1. Gleam to serve once more. Sowers sets one up. Burns far side, blocked. But it's tooled to perfection once again. Katie Burns with the kill, tied up at 15.
Yeah, you can see the frustration on Mullins' face there. The block's up there, but because it's coming at such an outside angle, hard to turn the hands in.
Gleam on the dig, setting one up. Woodward backside. There's Day, nice dig by Woodward again. Chamberlain sets one up. Mullins, nice dig by Burns. Day, soft touch. Mullins with the dig. Here's Chamberlain. Walker blocked, recovered by Miller. Pirates got to get it over. Gleam on the free ball. Sowers sets one up. Day. Once again, Walker with a nice dig. Here's Woodward from the back. Sowers again. Day. Mullins far side. Sowers 50-50 ball. And Brooklyn Miller. Two-handed tip over the net. 16-15 Wheelersburg.
Yeah, there's just unreal volleyball skill on the floor today. They're so long and athletic. When they play this hard defensively, there's almost like there's 8 of them out there. There's just no place to find.
Mullins on the serve, just clears the net. Sowers sets one up. Day, soft touch, and finding a spot. No man's land. Once again tied, this time at 16.
Yeah, it's been an unreal back and forth, and you get to 16-16. You just feel like the first team that takes off will win the set, but no one's been able to do so here in quite some time.
Smith on the serve. Chamberlain sets one up. Walker blocked. Adena out of system. Smith, free ball. This is Woodward. Chamberlain. And they're going to say that I think Chamberlain was the one who stepped over.
Yeah, she was, and she was taken there by the pass. That's an unforced error. That's sloppy on a free ball, just not being able to pass on target.
17-16 Adena. Smith on the serve. Chamberlain sets one up for Woodward far side and touched off of Adena. Back to a tie at 17.
Yeah, just to highlight again what we're talking about, tied at 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and now 17. That's what we're talking about, just someone taking off here and taking control of this key third set.
Hall the serve. It's a lofty serve. Sowers sets one up. Day dug up by Hall. Chamberlain to Woodward on the far side, just out of bounds.
Kind of an interesting choice from Hall there. She had a lot of success with the serve, that time going to a little bit of a different pop-up. Adena wins a big point.
Rooms to serve it for the Warriors, up by 1. Chamberlain. Mullins from the back, just a little outside. Wheelersburg bench can't believe it.
There's that 19-17 lead that we talked about here. Adena getting toward winning time, a chance to grab control here.
Rooms on the serve again. Chamberlain, Woodward far side, dug up by Dalton. Brooms sets one up. Here's Day. Day just misses. Gleam tried to go make a play on that. It's a good thing that she didn't make contact.
Yeah, the dig brought the setter off the net just a little bit. And I think Day was needing it out in front just a little bit more, and as a result, just barely misses the back line.
Miller now on the serve. Dalton with the dig. Here's Day going in for a kill, and this time she will get one. 20-18 Adena.
Yeah, much better that time. Ball out in front of her a little bit. More of a natural swing.
Dalton to send it away. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins blocked. But Perkins uses it to her advantage, tooling the block to cut it to a 1-point deficit.
The coaching chess match has been fun to watch, too. Last time Dalton served, they were picking on some spots. Wheelersburg makes just one little step of adjustment there, and as a result, gets it passed on target.
Woodward on the serve now. Grooms sets one up. Burns near side. Burns again, two-handed touch. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins blocked. Grooms again sets one up. Burns just finding a spot inside. At least that's what the judge on the floor says. Wheelersburg fans here not happy with that call one bit. 21-19 Adena. Cameron Sowers on the serve. Gleam, nice dig. Chamberlain, overpass. Or maybe a dump rather over, but nonetheless, finding a spot in the middle, 21-20.
Yeah, I would love to know if Perkins called that before. I know Perkins and Chamberlain were talking about something, and Perkins was adamant about something there. Just wonder if she ended up seeing that.
Chamberlain on the serve now. Grooms sets one up. Burns, nice dig from Chamberlain. Free ball from Mullins. Grooms the set. Blocked at the net by Perkins. But the second effort by Katie Burns. He will know. They will say the point goes to Wheelersburg. Final touch off of Adena. Crazy sequence on that last play. Timeout Adena, 21-all.
I love the timeout for this reason from a coaching perspective is, you know, your kids at one time think they're going up 22-20, and this is that rally scoring. It's like a two-shot swing in golf, right? You think you're going up 22-20. Controversial back and forth call, both crowds going nuts, and all of a sudden it's 21-all. Use your timeout here, settle everything down, make sure everybody's on the same page, because the last thing you want to do is have that point affect the next point, and then you're in trouble. So good coaching timeout there from Coach Smith. If you're Wheelersburg, you get a little momentum here. You're coming out, you want to try to hit the spot. They've been using aggressive serving, and that's really turned the match a little bit here in the second and third set. If you're Adena, obviously you know where they're going with the ball if they pass on target. It all starts with a good serve receipt.
Tied up at 21 in this very important third set. Ella Chamberlain, the server for Wheelersburg. Chamberlain sends it away. There's Glandon. Smith lost it over. Chamberlain on the set. Here's Mullins, far side, blocked. Wheelersburg can't recover. Point to the Warriors.
I think it was Glandon on the outside. What a big-time play there. Caroline Glandon, the junior. That was a big swing, and she's up to the challenge. What a big point.
Courtney Sowers back to serve for the Warriors. 22-21. Mullins on the dig. Chamberlain to Perkins. Dug up by Smith. Here's Burns now. Soft touch. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins, two-hand touch. Here's Burns again. Chamberlain. Perkins again. And they're going to say Perkins stepped across the line. 2-point advantage for Adena. They're 2 points away from going up 2-1.
The pace of play, timeout here, Wheelersburg. The pace of play has both teams so much out of rhythm that we're not used to seeing, that both teams had an opportunity to go to their middles but couldn't get on the correct timing to really get a swing, and eventually looked like she was just across the line there.
And if you're head coach Kelsey Glockner, down 2, what are you saying in this huddle? How are you looking to get your team back into a rhythm?
Well, if you can get it passed on target, this is where you might go with a predetermined offensive play, you know what I mean, on the attack, because the last couple of times they just haven't been on the same page. And I thought they let a golden opportunity go there to tie it at 22. So you certainly have Perkins in the middle here. That's where option number 1 would be if on target and you're able to go. But if not, you certainly have the balance up and down the net. As I said earlier, Wheelersburg with 5 different players today that have produced offensively.
Courtney Sowers once again the server for Adena. Wheelersburg looking to recover. Sowers on the serve. Gleam digs it up. Chamberlain. Free ball for Mullins. Sowers sets one up. Burns. Nice dig from Woodward in the back. Mullins over far side. Burns again. Two-hand touch. Woodward with the dig. Chamberlain to Perkins. Connects. Ella Chamberlain and Gracie Perkins once again. The deficit is back down to 1 for the Pirates.
All made possible by a great defensive play from Grace Woodward, able to get that ball right on target, which allows that quick action in the middle to take place. Well done, Grace Woodward.
Now the Pirates' libero Gleam on the serve. Nice dig from Dalton. Set up Burns far side. Free ball from Gleam. Sowers. Burns again clearing the net just barely. Finding a spot on the near side, and the Warriors 1 point away here in set number 3. Timeout, Pirates.
That might be the one time she's glad she didn't catch it cleanly, because I think the defense kind of reacted at the big swing, and then the ball kind of hit the tape and rolled down the tape a little bit. Finds the open spot. Now Adena set point to take a 2-1 advantage in the match.
Yeah, and Katie Burns, I mean, we've been saying her name all day long. Just really picked up here in the second set, really in the latter stages too.
Well, yeah, here in the third set now, I think she's up to, let's see here, 7 kills for 16 on the day. So she's really come alive here in the third set. The last time we were in this situation, Wheelersburg unable to get a ball passed on target, and it really cost them here. So we'll see if they're up to the challenge. Looks like Gleam, Woodward, and Mullins will be in serve receive here for Wheelersburg. See if they can get it passed on target to Chamberlain to allow him to go on the attack.
Burns will be the server for Adena. 24-22 in set number 3. Burns sends it away. Gleam digs it up. Chamberlain to Miller. Mullins now blocked. Chamberlain, they'll go back to Mullins. Dug up by Burns. Sowers, Smith. Gleam with the dig. Chamberlain sets it up. Mullins far side. Sowers to Day. Woodward with the dig. Sending it over is Walker. Sowers, Day. Hit the light here inside the gym. Free ball into the net. And Adena takes a very important set number 3, 25-22. And they lead 2-1 here in this regional final. 1 set away from a trip to Dayton. We'll have set number 4 on the other side of the break. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mark. 6 months of training. 8 miles to go. A 3-way tie for almost last place.
You look good in these shorts, right?
And 3 years since he and his team at Ohio Health left cancer in the dust.
If there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par Mar has it. Download the Par Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Back here inside the Jim Myers Gymnasium at Logan High School. Adena with a 2-1 lead over the Wheelersburg Pirates after a very entertaining third set. And kind of what it feels like is we had the first set that was very entertaining, and then the second set was a lot more intense than the first was, and then the third is probably better than both of the first two.
Well, the intensity just ramps up. Both sides understand what's on the line here. I'm telling you, this is high-level volleyball. Great coaches, great talent, long athletic kids. The all-around talent of both teams is so impressive. Their ability to just defensively keep the ball off the floor. We've had some incredible rallies. The one stat I don't keep throughout is the digs. I can't even imagine what the dig total will be in matches like this where you're getting ready to go into a fourth set and there's just the rallies are so long, you just keep seeing the ball dug up on both sides. So it's also interesting to see the coaching matchup because some of the serving, their ability to hit some spots and so forth, and it's caused some teams to get out of rhythm.
After dropping their first set since October 3rd in a 3-2 win against Huntington, which that's a really high-level SVC matchup there. That was the last time that Adena had lost a set. But today they respond in a big way after dropping that second set and pick up a much-needed third set win.
And I think that's where Adena's been so battle-tested. You referenced that 5-set win at Huntington. That they were dead in the water in the fifth set, and they find a way to win to go on to win the gold volleyball. But because of the 5-set win at Huntington, at Uniota, at Southeastern, the 4-set win at Zane Trace, they've kind of been there, done that. And this team, the incredible chemistry, you can see how much they love playing together. I think that's a big deal when you get in these times of adversity here.
Adena, 1 set away from headed back to the Final Four. They last made it in 2021. This would be their 11th state tournament appearance in school history.
I always feel like when you're down 2-1, when you're the team that's down 2-1, the ability to play out in front just is more of a stress-free environment. If you're Adena, you're really looking to play out and put the pressure on Wheelersburg here.
Woodward gets the 4th set started. Serving it away for the Pirates. Grooms to Burns near side. Couldn't get it over.
I think Burns was expecting a little bit more off than that. Once the set went tighter, she tried to make the adjustment, but the ball got too low on her.
Woodward again to serve. Smith digs it up. Here's Grooms to Burns. One-handed soft touch over the net. Lakin Hall just could not get there in time. One-to-one, Cameron Sowers will serve it for Adena. This Chamberlain sets one up. Mullins, far side, tools the block. And Wheelersburg goes up 2-1 after a kill from Alyssa Mullins.
Yeah, so tough to defend when Perkins is going in the middle. You have Perkins in the middle, Mullins on the outside, and the block just ends up getting stuck in the middle.
Chamberlain with an ace, and Wheelersburg is up 3-1 now. Quick start for the Pirates here in set number 4.
It's her 4th ace on the day.
Chamberlain again, and she'll get another ace. As Adena was hustling there beyond the back line to go make a play, just couldn't get anything going.
I think that would have probably been long. Again, it's getting louder in here. The Adena bench doing a great job there of calling it out.
Chamberlain just clears the tape on that one. Grooms set up for Burns. Perkins is Woodward from the back. Grooms sets one up, Burns again. Nice dig by Gleam. Perkins, middle of the floor. Grooms to Burns again. There's Mullins on the far side now. Grooms. This time it's Glandon far side. Sending it over is Perkins, just a little too far.
I just talked about the number of digs. Right there's a great example. A rally, about 6 different defenders across both teams making an outstanding play.
If you were keeping tracks of digs, you wouldn't have a lot of room on your sheet.
Nah, I'd lose my mind probably in a match like this.
4-2 Wheelersburg. Sowers on the serve. Wheelersburg out of system. Woodward, nice play to get it over. Sowers to Burns, blocked by Perkins. Just finds the inside of that near sideline. But Grace Woodward made that all possible with that hustle.
Yeah, really did. And an outstanding free ball from deep off the court, and then Perkins going and keeping it inside the line.
There's a Gleam will send it away. Sowers sends a jump ball, and Alyssa Mullins sends it right back down. 6-2 Pirates.
This is what I was talking about, Wheelersburg. You want to go on the push and try to play out in front. Keeps the pressure off of you.
Sowers sets it up. Burns far side. There's Walker over to Mullins. Blocked by Burns. Sowers again sending it up. Burns. Near side, Walker over the line and out of bounds. Point Adena.
Both teams just playing so hard.
Burns to serve now. Chamberlain sets one up. Mullins far side. Nice hustle play from Adena. Day sends it over. Woodward. Chamberlain free ball. There's Day. Sowers back to Day, connecting for a kill.
That's a perfect example of the Adena defense. I mean, Wheelersburg ran about 3 different actions at them, ended up having a nice attack, and the defense just keeps it off the floor.
Burns on the serve, aces the place for Katie Burns.
Katie's second ace of the day to go along with her 17 kills.
Having a terrific day on offense all around. Here's Chamberlain. Sets one up. Mullins far side. Clears the net on the second effort. No touch, they say. Just like that, we're all knotted up at 6. Burns on the serve. Here's Walker now. Free ball from Mullins far side. Sowers. Day, nice soft touch. It's Chamberlain sending it over, and nobody home for Adena.
Good vision from the setter, Chamberlain. Everybody scrambling a little bit. She was square to the net, which allowed her eyes to see the whole court, and she just picks out the corner and hits her spot.
Mullins to serve. Overpass from Adena. They set one up. Woodward. Dug up. Dalton. Sowers. Day. Back to Wheelersburg now. Touched over by Chamberlain. Finding a sweet spot. 8-6 Pirates lead.
Back-to-back creative placements from Chamberlain.
Mullins on the serve now. Here's Day. Free ball from Sowers. Chamberlain sets one up. Walker blocked. Wheelersburg gets it back. Free ball Chamberlain. Sowers to Day, tooling the block. Out on the Pirates. And the Warriors cut it back to 1.
She creates such a creative angle that's so hard. She's coming in sideways against that block, which makes it so hard for the block to get on her right shoulder.
J.C. Smith on the serve. Chamberlain dump and finding a spot once again, nearly the exact same spot on the last point.
It really is. That's frustrating there, especially with the ability that Adena has defensively not to get that covered up.
Lakin Hall now back to serve for the Pirates. Smith with the dig, and Hall's got another ace. Lakin Hall, the sophomore server spark plug.
5 on the day, and again, when she gets it going, she can really flip a set.
All once again, Pirates leading by 3. Adena out of system. Dalton sends it over. Chamberlain sets one up. Woodward far side, finding another kill for Grace Woodward. Pirates lead 11-7, timeout Warriors. So right now, set number 4, Wheelersburg backs against the wall. They've come out hot in the 4th set.
Yeah, they really have, and doing it with some aggressive serving there, first with Chamberlain, now with Hall. And Adena has been stuck in this serve receive a couple times, and Hall's been able to take advantage. Now at 11-7, Adena just in desperate need of a point, just to simply side out and get Hall off the line.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier, but it just seems like whenever Lakin Hall is back there on the service line, Wheelersburg always making something happen.
Well, it really is, and I mentioned it earlier. Hall comes in serving 90% with the high ace total. But what that tells you in the risk-reward, on the days she gets it going, she can go, and you can see the confidence on the rise right now. She's the one time in that last set when she let up on one, I thought that was giving Adena kind of a freebie. You know what I mean? I think even if it's an error, if you go down swinging, I would certainly go with my best here.
Wheelersburg only one regional title in their school history back in 2019 in that regional final. They needed 5 sets to do it. If they want to go to Dayton, they'll need 5 sets to do it today. Hall sends it over. There's Day clearing the tape and finding a spot on the near side. Hall not able to get there in time.
Again, that's what I'm talking about with Day, the way she comes in at different angles out of the middle. So hard for the block to read, and it's really hard for the back row to read as well.
Here's Chamberlain, sets one up, Miller in the middle. Wisecup sets one up, just misses, is Corinne Day. And the Pirates lead back up to 4.
When Miller goes back to serve, that marks the return of Perkins to the front row because those two middles are opposite of one another.
Miller on the serve now. Grooms sets one up, Day in the middle. And Miller tried to make a play on it, just a little errant into the bleachers. Point goes to the Warriors.
See, on a swing like that, Day shows you a little bit of that firepower. It just seems like the ball doesn't always come off her hand the same. I think that kind of works in her advantage, but that time she shows off a little bit of the ability to hammer.
12-9 in favor of Wheelersburg. Adena goes to the Final Four if they win this set. Chamberlain, Perkins, two-hand dump. Nice dig by Dalton, gets it over. There's Grooms, sets one up, Burns in between two Pirates for a point.
How good is Kimmy Dalton? I mean, my goodness, that's a good play. Just laying out and keeps it off the floor and allows it to play on.
Dalton to serve again, and she's got another ace. We talk about Kimmy Dalton on defense, but she's done a tremendous job from the service line
Well,
today.
and there's a spot in this near side corner here that they're worried about, and as a result, she went short on them and kind of had their attention elsewhere.
Dalton again. Chamberlain sets one up. Woodward far near side blocked, and who else but Katie Burns.
Yeah, nice job, Burns and Glandon setting a double block. Burns getting it out of the middle there, right back to 12 all.
All knotted up at 12 now. Dalton will line up her serve. Chamberlain. Perkins far side. And nobody's going to get there. Nice play from Gracie Perkins, putting a little heat on the attack.
You know, the mental toughness of both sides is something to really appreciate as well, because you see so many teams throughout the year, you know, a team goes on a little 4-0 run against them, it turns into a 7-0 run. The mental toughness and the talent level here is so fun to watch.
Grooms sets one up, Burns near side, dug up, Glean gets it over. Grooms again, Burns soft touch. Nice dig by Mullins. Perkins free ball. Nice dig by Smith. Burns again connecting for a kill. Adena up by 1.
Yeah, scrambling the blocks laid, open net, and Katie Burns just attacks it like she's mad at it. I mean, that's a big-time swing.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Knotted up at 13. Chamberlain sets one up, Perkins into the net. Adena back up by 1. Sowers to serve now. Chamberlain sets one up. Here's Mullins, soft touch. Grooms over to Burns, dug up by Gleam. Chamberlain, Mullins, far side. Smith now, Gleam, Chamberlain, Perkins again. Ella Chamberlain and Gracie Perkins. That connection's been pretty much automatic all day long.
Yeah, it looked like Wheelersburg was going to run away, and Adena comes back and ties it at 12. Now we're in one of those sets again. Back and forth we go.
Grooms, high set, free ball, Sowers. Chamberlain in the middle for Perkins. Once again, Chamberlain and Perkins connect. 15-14 Pirates.
Again, when it's not as tight to the net, Perkins is able to really kind of peek and check the defense, and she puts it right out there in front for Perkins.
Grooms will set it up. Glandon, far side. Chamberlain over to Mullins, far side, blocked. Adena with the recovery. Chamberlain, Mullins, far side again, finds a spot near the back corner. Pirates up by 2.
Yeah, nicely done. Great effort for Mullins to get off the net a little bit, but that's just that gift of being able to, so many hitters, if they don't have an approach, can't swing like that. She's almost from a standstill, and she's getting that late action on the ball. It's just so athletic.
Chamberlain to serve again. Grooms sets one up. Burns, nice dig by Chamberlain. Mullins, far side, lost it, but once again puts it just in the back corner for a kill. Alyssa Mullins, back-to-back.
Give a shout out to the defense of the setter, Chamberlain. Usually taking the second ball, that time from her defensive spot, forced to take the first ball up to the challenge on the dig.
Chamberlain on the serve again. Grooms to Burns. Miller. Burns tried to go for a block but couldn't clear the net. Adena can't recover. And the Pirates lead by 4, 18-14 in set number 4. Timeout, Adena.
Yeah, Wheelersburg playing with, I guess the word would be desperation, because you're down 2-1. You should be playing with desperation, but they're playing with just incredible effort and intensity. And the last couple times you've seen Chamberlain on the defensive side. That time Walker steps in and takes over the setter role, but because she's in the front row as a hitter anyway, she can go up and attack that ball above the tape, dumps it in for the kill.
Yeah, and it seems like throughout the first 3 sets, we've seen sequences where teams are playing from behind. And if you're Adena, that's the case here. They did it in set number 1 and in set number 3. And they're looking to have the same success here as they look to punch and take it to the Final Four.
Well, I think you and I love sports. We watch all sports, and again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I think the credit on both sides, a team hasn't been able to run away, 1, because they're really good, but 2, because of the mental toughness where they don't quit on it.
Chamberlain sends it away for the Pirates. Here's Dalton, sets one up. Smith, one-handed touch. Here's Mullins. Grooms sets one up. Burns in the middle. Soft touch into the net. And Wheelersburg can't recover. Point to Adena.
Big point there for Adena. At 18-14 out of the timeout, you're in jeopardy of going down 19-14. Instead, you go 18-15 and get a really good server in Courtney Sowers back on the line. Let's see if she can spark the 2-shade blue.
The sophomore Courtney Sowers sends it away. Chamberlain. Mullins in the middle, blocked again by Burns. We talked about that mental toughness coming out of the timeout. Adena is showing everything as far as mental toughness goes. Sowers on the serve again. Chamberlain sets one up on the antenna. Point Adena.
Again, that's what I was talking about with Sowers' serve. Just some late action on that ball, real high ace total throughout the year.
There's Chamberlain. Mullins, far side. And they're saying it was a touch on, no. Initially, I thought there was a touch on Adena. but they're going to say no touch and point to the Warriors again.
Yeah, big call. Ties us at 18 instead of Wheelersburg going up 19-17 and getting Sowers off the line.
4-0 run for the Warriors. Chamberlain sets one up. Perkins in the middle, and this time no doubt about where that one landed.
Yeah, that's a big-time swing because the pass brought Chamberlain off the net. Perkins usually likes to be more on top her setter. That time she's almost back to the 10-foot line. Finds a back corner. That's well done.
Here's a service from Gleam. Sowers sets one up. Burns finds a spot on the back line. And once again, we're tied up at 19.
Having fun yet?
I'd say so. Burns will serve it for Adena. Chamberlain from the middle, Mullins. Sowers, Smith. Chamberlain sets one up, Mullins again. Good effort from Sowers chasing that one down. Free ball from Day. Nice dive from Woodward in the back. And a nice dump over by J.C. Jones for an Adena kill. Timeout, Wheelersburg.
Yeah, the Adena freshman comes up with a big play there. Give Cameron Sowers and then Katie Burns a defensive star there to keep the rally going. And then Jones up to the task there at the net. And just like that, I go back on, let's see here, 18-14 Wheelersburg. That was the timeout by Adena. Now here we are at 2019, Adena knocking on the door of the Final Four here.
Yeah, and we saw that again going back to the first set. Wheelersburg was up 8-4 early on in set number one. And then Adena embarked on a 9-1 run, took the lead, and though Wheelersburg still kind of fought back from there, Adena always had the upper hand, and that put them in position to get that set win. They look to do kind of the same thing here.
Well, and it's the back-and-forth serving and service-receive battle. We have some really good serving going on here today. And as the match goes on throughout the scouting report coming into the match and then the adjustments during the match, each rotation you've got different parts of the serve-receive you're trying to hit. And the ones that are able to hit those spots are really causing the other team to be out of rhythm.
2019 Warriors. Chamberlain near the net. Miller, soft touch. Sowers. Chamberlain sets one up. Mullins far side blocked. Wheelersburg recovers. Miller near side. And nobody's there. Off the hand of Cameron Sowers. Brooklyn Miller with the kill for the Pirates. We're tied up at 20.
Good read from Chamberlain. She realized through the scrambling that some of her hitters weren't ready, able to back set it, give the weak side a chance.
Mullins' serve just clears the net. Chamberlain, Woodward near far side. Chamberlain again. Jones sets one up. Day in the middle. Wheelersburg still has it. Free ball. Jones, Sowers, Day again gets one on the opposite side. Warriors back up by one.
Really good defense from Mullins in the back row, but Adena just keeps coming at you. And Day comes a little cut shot cross court.
J.C. Smith now to serve. Chamberlain, Woodward. Tried to go opposite side, but it was just a bit outside. Just beyond the near sideline, and Adena's 3 points away from a regional title. Smith on the serve. Chamberlain. There's Mullins from the middle. Sowers sets one up. Day connects for a kill. Corinne Day once again having a day for the Warriors. 23-20. Adena, they're 2 points away from a trip to Dayton.
Wheelersburg finally got Day slowed down in the third set, but then here she comes again in the fourth set now. 6 kills here in the fourth set, and you got to believe that if Adena has the opportunity offensively, they're going to continue to ride the hot hand.
And if you're Coach Smith for Adena, again, the end is in sight, but you got to tell your team, finish the job.
Easier said than done. You're right. You know, it's easy to start thinking about 2 points in Wright State. You just got to stay in the moment and execute and take it one play at a time. Easy for me to say up here when you're in that huddle and you realize what you're about ready to do.
Adena looking to go to the state tournament for the 11th time in school history. They are 2 points away from doing just that. J.C. Smith at the service line. Smith lost it over. Chamberlain. Woodward far side, dug up. Nice job by Dalton. Free ball from Day. Chamberlain sets it up near side, blocked. Walker, here's Woodward now. Dalton with the dig, Sowers sets one up, Day, one-handed touch. Chamberlain dumps it over, Dalton. Free ball again, Jones. Walker going opposite side now. Wise Cup, Day. Good recovery from the Pirates. Walker blocked. Corinne Day, who else? And the Warriors are 1 point away from bringing a regional title back to Frankfort.
And it's fitting that it's the Adena defense there on the long, long rally up to the challenge.
24-20, Smith. Chamberlain sets one up, Woodward far side, blocked. Chamberlain again, miss hit, and that will do it. The Adena Warriors are regional champions in Division 5. And they will be headed to Dayton for the Final Four next Thursday.
Unbelievable volleyball, a pleasure to be a part of it. Two outstanding teams in the Southeast District going to be well represented at Wright State next week.
Adena tops off Wheelersburg 3-1 here in Logan, their 11th regional title in school history. We come back, we'll have the trophy presentation and give a final game recap. Here from Logan, you're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at sosaohio.com.
Caleb Williams has transferred to Wendy's for the new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
This burger's my inspiration, and I just hope to inspire you.
Oh, you have inspired us.
Thought we were doing names on the headband.
Get it together. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Since 1853, Tomlinson Insurance has been protecting families, farms, and businesses in our community. As an independent agency, we offer personalized coverage for your auto, home, farm, and business, plus health and life insurance too. And we proudly partner with Erie Insurance to give you peace of mind with reliable coverage at competitive rates. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call us today at 740-773-4181 or visit us at tomlinsonins.com.
Back here inside the Jim Myers Gymnasium at Logan High School, the final. Adena takes down Wheelersburg 3-1. And the Warriors are headed to the Final Four in Dayton next Thursday as you see the presentation of the medals and eventually the trophy to the Division 5 regional runner-up, the Wheelersburg Pirates. But on both sides, this was everything you could have asked for in a regional final.
Well, there's no question. And when you say everything you wish for, it was all aspects of volleyball. So if you just love the sport of volleyball, you watch great serving. You watch chess match and the serve receive. Then you watch great hitters on both sides, outstanding setter play. And then the defensive back row, it was just amazing how long our rallies were at times today because two great teams playing as hard as they possibly could. It was just an absolute treat to watch.
Wheelersburg, as you see them receive their district or regional runner-up awards. They finished the season 24-3. They won the SOC3 Gold Ball, and they won a district title for the 7th time in the last 8 seasons. So nothing to hang your heads on at all for the Wheelersburg Pirates.
Well, no way. And then on the day there, Perkins, her outstanding career comes to an end with 19, unofficially here, of course, 19 kills. Everyone else that I'm going to talk about comes back here. The setter Chamberlain with a high assist total there, had 5 aces on the day, even added in 5 kills with some of the dumps. Walker with 8, Woodward with 6, Miller with 4. Mullins, after being shut out in the first set, really had come on with 10. Obviously, Gleam and her passing ability in the back row was outstanding. Hall, her serve was huge with 5 aces, and her overall passing as well. Just a great all-around performance from Wheelersburg.
And as you see, Wheelersburg receives their regional runner-up trophy, and now the presentation of awards to the Division 5 regional champion Adena Warriors for the first time in the new expanded divisions in high school volleyball. Adena takes one home in Division 5. They're headed to the Final Four for the 11th time in school history. And, Laura Smith, no stranger to being on the stage. We saw it here today as well.
Well, you really did. And I love this Adena team because they just know exactly who they are, and the unselfishness of each and every member allows it to happen that way. Obviously in the middle we highlighted, Corinne Day just had an incredible postseason run so far. She had, unofficially, I had her for 28 kills, 4 blocks. And then Katie Burns with 19 kills. I had her involved in 3 or 4 blocks, depending on one scoring decision there. Katie even threw in a couple aces with her serve. I thought the serving was a huge factor for them as well. Courtney Sowers with 2 or 3 aces, depending on how you want to score one. But I thought I had about 7 marks on my sheet where her serve just led to Wheelersburg being out of system. I thought she was terrific. Obviously, I don't do the digs, but Cameron Sowers deserves a big tip of the cap for her job serving and passing. Addison Wisecup in the front row does such a good job in her role. And then we mentioned Courtney Sowers and Kayla Grooms on the setting. Kayla Grooms also added in a couple aces. Kimmy Dalton is just unbelievable in the back row, wearing the different color jerseys. She also had 3 aces. And again, about another 5 marks where her serve caused a big-time problem. J.C. Jones with a couple kills, does a good job in her role, as does Glandon. I know Glandon was involved in 3 double blocks. From up here, you can't always tell in the assistant block if they get one. And then J.C. Smith is always just dominating in the back row, throws in a kill and an ace as well. So balanced as you would expect from a team that wins a regional championship.
And now we will have the presentation of the regional championship trophy to the Adena Warriors.
It is Monica Hall. Congratulations, Warriors. Please accept your team trophy and best of
So Adena, for the 11th time in school history, advances to the Final Four, and the Warriors will travel to the Nutter Center on the campus of Wright State University, alma mater of our very own John Bruce.
Well, John, I'm sure, is a legend in those parts there. He certainly has done an incredible job on the camera for us today. And, like I said, my wife Bethany and I, we go to that each and every year, and it's such a neat atmosphere and such a neat thing to be a part of. I know with the expanded divisions, not everyone's going to get to play their semifinal at the Nutter Center. I'm glad in the D5 that you're saying that Adena will get that opportunity.
Yes, they will, and they will face off with the winner of Elyria Catholic and Mentor Lake Catholic. That matchup slated for a 6 o'clock p.m. first serve on Thursday evening at the Nutter Center. Winner goes to the Division 5 state championship. It should be an exciting experience for this Adena team, especially these seniors as well.
Well, the reason this Adena team will travel well, like we always say, certain things travel in playoff football or playoff this or that. In a tournament setting, because of how Adena defends. When you play that hard in the back row and you keep the ball off the floor, and you come about it in a creative way. I've had a lot of people say, and myself included at times, you do wonder, will their balance at the net or lack thereof catch up with them? They make it work. And again, the credit goes to the way they put it all together and the way they serve and the way they pass on target to allow those middles to do a lot of creative things, create a lot of different angles, make it harder it's easy to say, well, the blocks just got to sell out on them, but they're coming from so many different spots on the net. They're coming from so many different angles. It creates quite a challenge.
So that'll wrap it up here in Logan. Once again, the final score, Adena 3 sets, Wheelersburg 1. The Adena Warriors are regional champions, and they're headed to the Final Four. Alongside Shane Combs, John Bruce, Dewey Daly has been bringing you coverage of our volleyball streams all season long. We've done a great job, had a great season. This will wrap it up from our coverage of Ohio High School volleyball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. We thank you for tuning in all season long.